When it comes to porcupines, there are some things that you should never do and some things that you should always do. If you find yourself face to face with one of these spiky creatures, hi, I'm here with some facts about porcupines. Porcupines are most active during the night, and they're most active during the spring and summer. That doesn't mean that you won't see them during the day, or during the fall, winter, or even in the fall, but those are the times when they're generally more active. And they don't just stick to one particular area. They can travel quite far in a night. We're talking up to 6 miles. If you're trying to get away from a porcupine, you might want to head in the opposite direction because they can run up to 30 miles an hour. Yeah, I didn't think they could move that fast either, but they can. They can also climb trees really well. They're great swimmers, and they can hold their breath for up to 10 minutes. So if you're thinking about chasing that porcupine up a tree in the water, probably not a good idea. Now, there are several species of porcupine, and they come in different sizes. The smallest is the pygmy porcupine. It can be as small as 4 inches tall and weigh around 8 ounces. The largest is the North American porcupine. They can grow to be 3 feet long and weigh around 30 pounds. That doesn't include the weight of their quills. Even though porcupines are great at climbing and swimming and running away from danger, they can still fall prey to predators like coyotes, wolves, mountain lions, bears, and humans. Humans do hunt porcupines, but not as often as other animals. Their meat is not very tasty, and most people don't eat it. But back in the 19th century, they were hunted for their meat and their fur. Now, if you watched any videos about what to do if you encounter a bear or a mountain lion or anything like that, you've probably heard to try to make yourself look big and then slowly back away. Well, that's one thing you should not do with a porcupine. If you try to make yourself look bigger, all you're going to do is give the porcupine more opportunity to cover itself in quills. And if you try to back away slowly, well, you're going to end up covered in quills if it decides to charge you. The best thing to do if you find yourself face to face with a porcupine is to stay perfectly still. Don't run. Don't try to make yourself look big. Just stay perfectly still until the porcupine wanders off. Now, if you're like me, you're probably wondering how far away does it have to wander off? Well, it depends. If it's a small porcupine, like a pygmy porcupine, they only need to be around 10 or 20 feet away from you. If it's a larger porcupine, you're going to want to give it more space. We're talking about 50 yards or more. If a porcupine charges you, you're probably not going to be able to outrun it. So the best thing to do is to stand your ground and wait for it to get close enough so that you can swat it away with something like a stick. Do we try to kick at it or punch at it because you can break your hand or your foot? But if you use something like a stick, you'll be okay. Now, this next thing you should never do after a porcupine has charged you. And I know it sounds logical, but it's don't run away and then turn around and look at the porcupine. Because if you get a good look at where it went, you're really likely to see its quills, and you're really likely to step on one and get more quills stuck in you. If you absolutely have to look, then keep your eyes pointed down so that you're not looking at the porcupine directly, but you can see where it went. And another thing you should never do is attempt to pick the quills out of your skin with your bare hands or your teeth. Even if the quills aren't very deep, you could leave an open wound and get an infection. You're much better off waiting until the quills work their way out or getting help from someone else to remove them. I hope you enjoyed these porcupine facts. If you did, click the like button below. If you want more animal videos, then subscribe to the channel.